Close to 4.4 million sugary soft drinks every week. That is equivalent to more than 600,000 a day. This is according to new research from Cancer UK. So, with Scottish kids' soft drinks consumption at a scandalous level, according to, I think it's Professor Linda Bold from Cancer UK, who said that, what should they be drinking instead? Let's speak to Ben Chew first from Cancer Research UK. Good morning, Ben.
Good morning.
Good morning. Why are you so concerned about this?
So, Cancer Research UK believes that Scotland has a massive obesity crisis, and this is backed up by a load of statistics. So around a third of children in Scotland are overweight or obese, aged 2 to 15. And we know that children who are overweight or obese are 5 times more likely to become obese adults. And this is a really big issue because it means that Scotland is amongst the worst in the developed world in terms of obesity.
I mean, there will be many reasons that contribute to that. Why are you focusing on soft drinks?
So you'll see soft drinks in supermarkets, you'll see them in shops, and we know that the shopping environment for parents is particularly toxic. You can see promotions everywhere. You walk into a store, you see a wall of chocolate on promotions, you see aisles of cheap drinks, and it's a travesty. It's an absolute disgrace that these unhealthy goods are available so readily and so frequently at such a low price compared to healthier products like water or low sugar drinks.
It is a hard sell to kids, though, water, isn't it? I mean, we've got Vicky Johnson with us, mum of 2 girls and a boy. Good morning, Vicky.
Good morning.
Good morning. Have a glass of water, kids. How does that go down?
Well, I mean, I think with all of these things, Kay, you have to put things into perspective. So my kids are now 19, 15 and 14. And to be perfectly honest, as long as the 14 and 15-year-old aren't drinking dragon soup at the weekends, I'm kicking my height with joy. But when they were younger, they all had no added sugar, diluting juice and things like that. And I was really quite strict about it. I know sometimes when they went to the odd grandparents' house, there was a wee, maybe a wee glass of iron brew getting slipped under the table when I wasn't looking. So when they were younger, sort of probably pre-10, then that was just kind of the rule. But if they had as a treat, I was okay with that. Now that the age that they're at now, I leave it up to them because, they're out and about with their friends. I can't dictate to them, you can't have a glass of Coke when out with your friends. But what I've found is that my kids make fairly healthy choices, and I would say it's between sort of 50% and 50% whether they'll go for a glass of diluting juice or they'll take the fizzy drink. All my kids are quite active. They'll go to the gym. When my son goes to the gym, he fills up his water bottle about 3 times, and they'll quite often have a glass of water with dinner. But in this house, it's never been a hard and fast, you must not have this, because I think that just makes it all the more desirable, especially when they're out and about and they can make their own decisions.
Do you kind of keep a note of how much they are consuming of fizzy drinks?
No, I don't. No, in the morning they don't drink fizzy juice in the morning. When they come home from school, they might have a glass, and then at dinner time it's usually diluting juice because my husband and I make it up while we're putting the dinner out. And then in the evening, I don't know, I would say they might have another glass of fizzy juice or it'll be the diluting juice. It just depends on what they've been doing.
But then obviously they're a bit older and what they're drinking when they're out with their mates and stuff, then it's going to be difficult for you to keep a track of. Exactly.
And that's why I felt it was important not to have this hard and fast. You must not have fizzy drinks, because when they can make those decisions, that's, as I say, it makes it all the more desirable.
Yeah.
I think especially my middle child, my youngest daughter, she's a dancer and she's quite healthy. She thinks along those kind of lines, and so I would believe that she's probably got more of thinks a bit more about these things. And the other thing is, at this age, they're responsible for brushing their own teeth. So if they drink sugary drinks, then they have to brush their teeth at the end of the day as well. So, I still have to. I've got a boy of 14K. That's no easy.
No, I know. I mean, so Ben, what's your advice to parents like Vicky?
Well, first off, Cancer Research UK isn't looking to ban soft drinks. They'll still be available. What we're looking to do is restrict their promotion and advertising so parents will be less inclined to buy them. Like they won't walk into a shop and think, well, that's cheap, I'll buy a load of them. What we have seen come over in the last few years as a result of the sugar tax, the soft drinks industry levy, is that a lot of food and drink companies have reformulated their drinks to lower sugar, and you're seeing a proliferation of low sugar drinks or zero sugar drinks.
Is that good?
And yes, it's really good, and we're really happy to see these changes made over time, and we want to see even more happen.
Yeah, though it's interesting, there are also people who have concerns about sweeteners as well, but, if you're saying that that's a positive. We've also got with us Amanda Hamilton, who's a nutritionist and an author. Hi there, Amanda.
Hi there, Kate.
Hi. As Vicky was saying there, you can restrict your children's diet up to a certain age. But, once they get to a stage that they can be out in the world on their own for any length of time, it gets ever more difficult. Have you any hints on how you can kind of steer them away from fizzy drinks? Do you feel we should be steering them away?
I certainly think it's worth a big effort to steer them away, because ultimately there's only one way that an increase in the consumption of fizzy drinks will go for a child, and that's a negative situation. However, with Vicky, what she was saying is she's kept it as an every now and then again treat rather than ban it outright, and I think that is a good approach. I've got a 14-year-old as well, just like her, and there is that reality of being out and about. But to be honest, in my own experience as a parent, and when I speak to other parents, sort of taking my nutritionist hat off for a minute, if you have a household where the drinks available are water and milk, basically for children, they are less likely, if they have that occasional treat, if they still perceive it to be a treat, to go down that route, because it becomes their norm. And of course, that also means the parents are having those habits too, because you can't be a hypocrite here. You can't say you're not allowed this, and then the child sees you drinking it. I was recently doing a survey in a nursery group. I'll not give you the name, obviously, and it was they had all these restrictions around what the kids could eat and drink, but they were role playing with fizzy drinks in their little shop, and the staff were drinking fizzy drinks at the reception. I thought, this is crazy. This is not a joined up approach. We all need to be in this together. I don't believe any parent will deliberately put their child at peril, but to be honest, fizzy drinks for children puts them in peril. It's not the occasional thing that matters. It is the high intake foods and drinks. And if this has become a daily norm, then we have to stop it. We just have to. It's only leading to serious problems down the line.
So would you just don't have them in your house?
Don't have them in the house, but if we're out for dinner or whatever, one of my children might order it. The other one, it's just not a thing. It's just not become part of their sort of day-to-day routine. And the schools, I think, are really quite good on this. And I was reading about this story online and seeing that some youth clubs are picking this up. It's where their children are, and they're more exposed to it and socially what's available to them. But I completely, wholeheartedly agree with Ben that it's when you walk into a supermarket or a kind of shop where a kid is going to buy their lunch, and it's part of a kind of discounted deal to get a fizzy drink or multi-buy packs. Why is that allowed? It really, really is where a lot of the initial problems begin.
I
think,
suppose
is that side of things.
You're saying, why is it allowed? But Vicky, if your line in your house is, to keep it occasional, it's a treat, they're not having it all the time, but they might have one, at night in the house or whatever, you're going to want the multi-buy pack, aren't you? Because you're going to want it at the best price.
Yeah, and I totally take the point that you can't be hypocritical, and I think that's probably one of the reasons that when our kids got that bit older, that we dropped the kids aren't allowed fizzy drinks rule in the house, because my husband and I were drinking them, and you can't sit there and go, well, I'm having my wee glass of this while you're having your apple and blackcurrant. So, and as you say, multi-packs all the way as far as that kind of thing goes, because, it can be expensive.
But maybe you've come round to... You've maybe taken us round to our next discussion on this, because we will no doubt return to it. If you want to keep your kids off the fizzy drinks, should you stop drinking them yourselves? Should you not drink fizzy drinks in view of your children? For another day, Vicky.